This is Mr. Anderson for Ocala Community College. This is the second part to section 1 of chapter 6, multiplying and dividing rational polynomials. When we divide fractions, what we need to do is convert them into something that we can multiply. So the rule for dividing fractions, please don't cry, just skip, flip, and multiply. So skip, flip, and multiply. So the first thing you would do is skip the first fraction, go to the second fraction. And what we're going to do is flip it and multiply instead. So instead of that being a division, it'll be multiplication. Our 4x is going to go in the numerator, and our 15x squared is going to go in the denominator. I'll cross that out so we don't get confused by it. More importantly, let's just kind of examine this for a little bit. When we determine our excluded values, we will evaluate it once we've skipped, flipped, and multiplied. So in this case, x is not going to be equal to 0 because that would give us a 0 in the denominator. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do some cross simplification. So a couple things to eliminate. We've got an x in either side here, so those will simplify to 1. The 4 and the 8, the 4 would become a 1 if you divide by 4, and the 8 would become a 2 if you divide by 4. The 3 and the 9 and the 15 can both be divided by 3, so this is 3 and 5. And our x to the 7th and x squared will give us an x to the 5th power. So 7 minus 2 is 5. So there's our power rules there. So what we have left is 3x to the 5th on top. In our denominator we have 2 times 5, which is 10. So our final answer is 3x to the 5th over 10, and our x is not equal to 0. Let's go take a look at this problem here. We're going to skip the first fraction. I'll flip the second one. Now you'll notice that this is in the wrong order, so I'm going to do a little step at the same time. I'm going to multiply by -1 to get my x minus 2 in the right order. And this 2x minus 1 is going to go down below. This little trick that I did right here, this -1 to get the 2 minus x into the other order, was done in part 1 near the end of the video. Please go check that if you got lost. So I'm going to cross that out since I've just made this here. Now I'm going to evaluate our excluded values, but first I probably should factor this. This is going to be x plus 2, x minus 2. So our excluded values are going to be x cannot be equal to -2, positive 2 from these two values, and also from this being 1/2. If I set this equal to 0, I can figure that out. You can obviously check the previous video for tricks on solving for excluding values. But now we're going to do a little factoring to the numerator of this. So this is going to be 2x plus 1 and 2x minus 1, as it's a difference of squares. And then we'll do some cross canceling or simplification. These go away. These go away, and what's left is, in the numerator, -1 times the quantity of 2x plus 1 over x plus 2. And the book can have a myriad of different answers to this. You can have the negative in front with 2x plus 1 over x plus 2, or you could distribute the negative and not have that worry you too much. Like you could have an answer of -2x minus 1 is over x plus 2. That's another equivalent answer to what we just had. Alright, moving on to number 16. We're going to skip, flip, and multiply. So what I'm going to do is do a little factoring as I'm skipping and flipping. If I move this to the numerator, I can see that the two numbers to make -10 and add to make 3 are -5 and +2. So I have here, sorry about the little mistake I made there. This is going to be x plus 2 and x minus 5 to give me this. And in the denominator, I'm going to move this down, so 3 multiplied by x minus 4. This means over here, I'm going to cross that out so I don't get confused by it. This over here is going to be x plus 4, x minus 4. And here, this is x minus 5, x minus 5. What's important too is that we should note that we should now look for our excluded values. So down here, we have x minus 5 twice. So that's going to give me x cannot be equal to 5. And over here, 3, if I plug a 4 in for this, I'll get 0. So 4 is my other excluded answer because of this number. Alright, crisscross canceling now. Let's go with the x minus 4s. They go away. The x minus 5s, they go away. And what I'm left with is in the numerator, I'm left with, let's see, I'm left with x plus 4 and x plus 2. And in my denominator, I have 3. Notice that 3 did not get simplified with anything else. And the x minus 5. Now, you can FOIL your answer, but really this is about as far as we need to go here, or you can distribute. But this is your simplified part of the answer with everything, pretty much written out there. And now let's go to the last 3 problems together. Okay, it's number 17. Just like before, I'm going to do a little skip flipping and multiplying and also some factoring, because I notice this factors to x plus 1, x minus 1. And this factors to 2 numbers to multiply to make 9 and add to make negative 10. This is x, let's see, this is going to be negative 9, and this is going to be x minus 1. Alright, so you can see that they're going to have some canceling here, or simplifying right there. Now as I move this downstairs, I'm going to have to factor out a negative 1 to get x squared minus 1. So this gives me another x plus 1, x minus 1, because of the x squared minus 1 is a difference of squares, just like it was over here. And up above, we're going to have some more simplification here. This is the 2 numbers to multiply to make negative 36 and add to make negative 5. This is x minus 9 and x plus 4. Now, what's going to simplify here? Not a whole lot. I mean, the x minus 1s do go away, and that's it. 2 on the 2 on the numerator are not going to simplify. They have to be above each other. So this problem is actually done. We have x minus 9 quantity squared, or x minus 9 written twice, and x plus 4. And in our denominator, we have x plus 1 written twice, and then an x minus 1. There's a negative either in the top or bottom, but you can put it in the middle if you want to because of the negative right there. Also, we should probably take a look back at this stage right here for our excluded values. So our excluded values, our x is going to not be equal to negative 1 and positive 1 from this and this denominator. Number 18. Do some factoring here. Factor out of x and I get x squared plus 4. Understanding that x squared plus 4 cannot be factored any further. X squared minus 16 is x plus 4, x minus 4. Multiply, let's move this to the top. 2 numbers to multiply to make negative 20 and add to make 1. That's going to be x minus 5 and x plus 4. All over. In this case, we're going to move this to the bottom here. 2 numbers to multiply to make 15 and add to make 8. Well, that's going to be easy. That's x plus 3 and x plus 5. All right, so that's done. Now we do some checking for excluded values. Let's see. You got negative 4, positive 4, negative 3, negative 5. Wow, a lot of excluded values here. Negative 4, positive 4, negative 3, negative 5. Lots of excluded values there. Okay, so let's put our answers in after we do some simplification. The x plus 4 here and the x plus 4 go away. And that's it. So in my numerator I have x times x squared plus 4 times x minus 5 over x minus 4, x plus 3, and x plus 5. None of these can be simplified because they don't match exactly. So this is our final answer for problem number 18. Now finally, problem number 19. It begs the question, when you have a problem like this, where it's a division, and you turn it into a multiplication, do you flip this one too, or is it just flipping the middle? And you would technically just flip the middle. And you'd flip the middle because if you can imagine the multiplication sign like a hinge, where it would spin or rotate, but it would not actually change with the middle term. So this middle term right here does get flipped because of the division to multiplication, but everything else stays the same. I should probably factor this while I'm at it. So for example, this becomes x minus y, x minus y. That's this factored out. This up here in the corner, I'm going to factor out a 2, so it becomes 3x plus 2. I'm going to factor out down here a 5, so this becomes 2x minus 3. Over here, this 5x squared minus 5y squared, I'm going to factor out a 5 and go x plus y, x minus y. And that's because of the difference of squares. And then finally, this last piece here, the piece I've been saving for last, is SOPs, because it's a sum of cubes. To do the sum of cubes, you have to take the cubic root of these two, which is going to be 3x plus 2y, and then put the giant trinomial here of the square of the first terms, which is 9x squared, opposite product, negative 6xy, this should look familiar, and then the square of the last term, which is plus 4y squared. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to have some fun simplifying. So, let's go and see what we can cancel out. Oh, look at this. This trinomial and that trinomial goes away. Awesome. So they're gone, and they're gone here. All right, what else can we simplify? Ooh, let's see. I forgot my y right there. So this 3x plus 2y and this 3x plus 2y goes away. Notice that this 5 is gone now, and that 5 is gone. So here's what I got left. I got 2. Whoa, not just yet here. I got this x minus y and this x minus y. So now I have 2 times the quantity of x plus y all over x minus y times the quantity of 2x minus 3. Whew! That is a involved problem, if I must say so myself. So thanks for watching. Please email me if you have any questions.